Good?
Awesome.
Yep.
Great.
All right. Third time in 3 days, guys, for the hardcore. Thanks everybody for coming today. Obviously, really exciting day for the Magic. You know, we believe that we've landed two great young men and great young players. And the exciting part for us is always, as you guys know, we look for the person before the player. And we feel that these two young guys have, you know, our Magic DNA. They're about others. That reflects itself on the court. And, you know, I always say you can tell the person by the way he plays. And these two guys right here, they look a lot different, but they're quite the same in that they both are givers, you know. And I think, I hope that they grow into our team in that respect and look forward to that happening. Before we start, actually, I should have begun this by saying I want to welcome some of the family members here. So, Jason, whom I just met, Jackie, not met yet, and Jackson, and Cody. Jason's agent is here, checking his phone as most agents do. And from Noah's family, you guys made it so easy on me. Frederic and Frederic. And Sister Eva behind there, and Fleur. So thank you guys all for coming. It's really special to have you guys here. All that being said, oh, and where's Francois? There he is. And Francois, who's his magic hat? All that being said, I'd like to open up for any questions and shoot.
Okay, if you could wait for a microphone and state your name and affiliation. Start with Dan.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com. This is for both Jace and Noah. Now that you've had a short amount of time to reflect, what was it like hearing your name called on draft night, either on TV or in person, and what was the reaction to coming here to Orlando?
Still a surreal feeling. I still can't wrap my head around it. I have all my family members there with me, Coach Izzo there, and all my close ones. So just be able to have that special moment with them, it was really, really special.
Me and like Jace, I was there during both of the draft nights. So just being able to walk on stage and see my family being proud of me was just a great feeling. And I started to understand what was happening to me as soon as I walked into this gym.
Jason Beatty with the Orlando Sentinel. Noah, we talked with you last night. Just you were disappointed that you didn't get picked in the first round, but for the Magic to actually trade up to select you, just what does that mean to you, and then the expectations that come with that?
I think it's a reward of all the work I've been putting in the last years. I feel like it's really a mark of trust that the organization is putting in me and faith. So I'm just really glad to be in that position where I know that people are trusting me for the future.
Philip Rossman-Reich from Orlando Magic Daily. For Jason, Noah, you've heard Jeff say that you have the kind of Magic DNA in you. I promise this isn't to get you in trouble or part of a quiz or anything, but what does that mean to you, and what do you feel that means about you as you join this team?
I think it's just me and just coming in and working as hard as you can. I think me and Noah, when we came in, we worked out together. So we really came in and worked as hard as we possibly could. And I think that's one thing they really liked about us is that we're going to put our full effort out there.
Like he said, I think it's probably also taking care of each other. I felt like the organization was really big on family. Having all of their players connected to each other, so I think it's a big part of the DNA.
Cody Taylor, Rookie Wire, USA Today for Jace. Do you have any prior relationships with any of the other Magic players? And just from afar, what have you maybe liked or noticed about how the team plays under Coach Mose?
I went to Kyrie camp with Anthony Black a couple years ago, so that's one of the relationships that I have. But just what I'm seeing from this team is it's a really hard-nosed defensive team. These guys really get after it defensively. So I think that's one of the biggest things that I really like about this team is that it's kind of like a Michigan State. Like, you're going to go out there and we're going to play defense the whole game.
Jason Noah, Alex Walker, Channel 9 here in Orlando. The reality of the NBA is that some players are going to get picked to franchises and aren't going to win right away, and some, like you guys, are going to get drafted to a franchise that are ready to compete right away. So what does it mean to join a franchise that could possibly contend for the East and beyond this year?
I think it shows that people in the organization are trusting us to be ready for day one. And at the same time, they allow us to make mistakes and develop ourselves as the young player we both are. So, again, it's just good to have that confidence around you.
Oh, most definitely. I think just having a group of guys that are really confident in how their team already is and, you know, joining that and just trying to learn from guys like that. So stepping up with guys and just learning from them.
Jeremy Brenner with Orlando Magic on SI. This question's for Jeff and Noah. So over the last few years, I think when Wembanyama came into the draft, there was kind of this rise in French talent coming into the NBA, and we've seen that over the years. There's been more and more French talent coming into the league. What has changed over the last few years to kind of elevate the French talent in the world, and what can you bring, Noah, to this team that you've learned through playing in France?
I'd say the mentality in France. I've been in both of those eras. I've been in between the transition between the mentality of the coaches, the Federation of Basketball in France. Everything has evolved. You have a different way to approach the game now. We start to look up to the United States of how they play, how they train, and we try to catch up to this mentality of always working harder and harder. So I think the progression translates into like we had yesterday overall in the draft we had six French players drafted to teams. So I think it's encouraging for the French basketball, and it shows that we are evolving as a nation.
Jamahl, this is for you. Jason Beatty with Orlando Sentinel again. Just how does Noah impact Orlando's defensive identity?
Just watching him and seeing how he plays, his physical stature, the IQ, the ability to guard multiple positions. I think just sitting in that realm for us right now, the switchability, I think that's sits a lot on the forefront for us.
Hey, Jamahl, back here. Zach Maskowitz, West 2, back at the cameras. Straight ahead. There you go.
Gotcha.
There you are. You got a chance to have Jace and Noah in the building now for obviously a short period of time, but what's your overall impression of meeting these young men and how they can gel and fit with this team?
Well, like Jeff said, the character first, their families, and before I do anything, you have to give Jeff and his team credit for what they've done, the research that they do, the hours that they spend to getting it right, and bringing the right type of player and person in the building. And so to that point, it says they've been fantastic. Welcome them with open arms. The way in which they approach the people in the building, they understand what we are about. He talked about family, the way that these guys connect to each other. The guys were on the floor just a minute ago, being around each other, getting some work in, and they fit exactly what that is and who we are and what we represent here.
Mo's Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com. Jeff talked last night about once you get the guys in here, indoctrinating them into the Magic way. What goes into that process? And as you're going through that process, how much does it help that you have guys who've already gone through it in and out of the building, especially during the summer?
It's huge. Them being able to come into the building, meet guys, talk, and just fit right in. But again, it speaks to their character. It speaks to the way that they were raised, that it's about people. It's about the how you treat people, the care factor you have. They're both selfless individuals, and that fits who we are as a group. And more than anything, on the other side of it, on the court, they're both competitors. And that's going to be big for us, whether they're 19 and 20 or 25 and 30. They're competitors and they want to compete, and that's who we are in this organization.
Back here in the back, Shane Whitehead, WFTV. Jace, this is for you. For those of us that have covered this team for quite a while, we can remember you running around the Amway Center watching your dad, 6, 7 years old, maybe 8, I don't know. But what's it like for you to kind of complete this circle, and your first NBA shot is with the team your dad played for?
It's a super crazy feeling. I remember coming around here, running around the Amway Center, Stuff's Castle. I was running around in there doing 360s, trying to dunk, just running around. So it's just super crazy from, being there as a kid to now being an NBA player on the team. So it's super crazy.
Ryan Welch from News 6 here in Orlando. Jace, is also for you, and kind of piggybacking off that question, what is your relationship like with your dad as someone that has obviously been there and done that? How much do you lean on him for advice and feedback as you go through this process?
I mean, a lot. When you have somebody that's gone through something that you want to go through, you take any advice you can get. So I'm always open ears, listening to anything he has to say, any advice he has to give. So it's a really good resource, and I have a really good relationship.
Jason, the back here, over here. Brandy Green, Spectrum News. So what does the number 11 mean to you? Why did you want to wear it for the Magic?
For me, my original number is 4, but Jalen's got that, so I can't go back to that one. But 11, I wore it in college because 4 was retired there, but Kyrie Irving was one of the players I kind of looked up to as a kid. So 11, and then my name's Jason Richardson II, so it kind of means like the second, so you got the double one.
Phil Rossman-Reich from Orlando Magic Daily. Coach, you asked what Noah brings on the defensive end. What does Jace add to this team offensively, knowing that he's been credited as such an efficient scorer?
The one thing that he does is he's got such a high basketball IQ. His decision making, his ability to make plays for others. I'd be remiss to talk about he shoots the heck out of the basketball as well. But his ability to just create and get his own shot, one, but also finding others and the quick decisions, and I'll go back to it, that basketball IQ of making those around him better is huge.
For Noah, what were some of the things that you worked on this offseason to prepare for the draft, and the things that you wanted to get better at in the gym?
To prepare for the draft, I didn't have a lot of time because we got eliminated of the first round of the playoffs against Monaco. After I just flew through the States after 3 days of recovery. So after it was just traveling around, doing a lot of back-to-back workouts. And so I didn't work on anything. I've been working the whole year to get prepared for the draft. So it was just the work of all the year, but now that I was there, I was just like flying everywhere.
Brandon Kravitz, 96.9 The Game. Jeff Weltman had mentioned a text that he got from Tom Izzo on the night of the draft. Jace, what did you learn from Izzo in your 1 year at Michigan State? Your big takeaway as you exited the campus?
Just a lot. I think one of the biggest things was film. He loves film. He watches it right after we win, right after we lose. Any single time we're on the bus, he's got the game popped up. He's watching the clip 10 times on one play. So I think I just became a lot better film watcher with him. We broke down a lot of film together. Days where I wouldn't have class, I would go into his office and we'd just watch film together for like 2 hours.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
Are they